Hi everyone, I'm Tina Judic, Chairman of Tomorrow, a company comprising of Found, Braidr and Disrupt, and I'm delighted to be joined by the Managing Directors of those businesses. I have Natalie, Managing Director of Found. To her right we have Dora, Managing Director of Braidr, and finally we have Stevie, Managing Director of Disrupt. We just wanted to have a bit of a chat today. We're coming towards the end of 2022, which is absolutely nuts in its own right. So much has happened, not least that we only formed Tomorrow 12 months ago. Natalie, you've been MD for a year.
Crazy.
Dora, we launched Braidr officially just 6 months ago.
Indeed.
And Stevie, you have been championing performance influencer to no end this year. So let's dive in. I want to hear a little bit more about it. So Natalie, first of all, how's 2022 been for you?
Honestly, 2022, it's been a whirlwind, but an amazing journey. I think that Found have really come to life in the way that we're able to really tie that narrative together with performance, really focusing in on those outcome-based metrics and really working with brands on not only driving amazing PPC, SEO performance, but really stitching those dots together as to how we're going to move the needle from a business perspective, really getting under the skin of businesses and really kind of making some noise in the market around being a performance agency that actually drive impact. So that has been an amazing narrative to sell into numerous brands, and we have had a very successful year in the amount of household names that we've been able to bring on board onto our books, brands that are really kind of wanting to be market leaders and stay market leaders in that given space, and they've chosen Found to really be that agency to really kind of drive that business forward. So it's been a super exciting year. Obviously we've had challenges with the amount of automation, machine learning, opportunities with Performance Max, and what that's been able to kind of, how our team has been able to kind of adopt to those performance metrics. But with that, it comes the need to really be that strategic partner for our clients of how we're able to go above and beyond past those last click metrics to really kind of move the needle in that way. So a really, really strong year for Found. So yeah, happy and excited for where we can push the agency in 2023.
It's quite a roller coaster, but that's
it's
digital.
been a roller coaster, yeah.
Totally digital marketing for you. Always has been, always will be, and it's why we love it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So come on, Dora, what's it been like for you launching a whole new business, Braidr?
Absolutely amazing, it has been. And obviously, roller coaster as well. It's been a learning curve for myself, for the group, for the team, for hiring internationally, for literally just preparing ourselves to help businesses in a way that we probably didn't have to before. I think 2022 has been the year when data got to sit at the C-suite table. And we're seeing that more and more throughout the relationships that we have with existing clients, with the new clients that we are acquiring. And it's just an amazing opportunity for us to be there, help businesses, and of course, bridge that gap between what IT can do and what marketing can do. It's been a challenge in the way of positioning ourselves, making noise, because the space is a little bit not unknown, but probably needs a lot more recognition. So we have the big consultancies occupying a big space in the market, and probably, well, I would say that they're not delivering the best solutions for their customers. Of course, they come with enterprise, but that goes at the cost of speed. So what we come with is true power in speeding up to creating that MVP solution, helping businesses scale, and doing that in a manner that doesn't cost a fortune. Of course, we are boutique. We're not something that people want to see as an extension of their overflow. We don't want to do that. We want to bring value. We want to make sure that businesses have got value, insight, and everything to empower them to get insight from data.
Well, I guess what we saw a couple of years ago, companies were positioning themselves as technology companies. There was so much that they needed to learn, and now we're very much saying that every company is a data company. Absolutely. And in order to succeed, data has to be absolutely at the forefront. And I think that's it. Look at us with the same wild hair. It's something that needs to sit across all businesses. But not only that, Dora, you didn't just launch Braidr, you also launched a total search platform in Circa. Just a couple of things going on in 2022, yeah?
Absolutely. I think it's been an absolute mental November, and October, we've launched SERPA, which is a platform that allows people to understand total search. We think there's a huge gap there, and that's not only us recognizing it, it's us working with an agency like Found, working with people that are the forefront and on the trenches of search, has allowed us to help them solve problems. And this is why it's so great to be part of a group, because in all fairness, we are problem solvers, but we do need problems. So having a constant stream of problems, or smart people trying to solve problems, having us help them do that, it's amazing for us. SERPA, of course, will help businesses understand total search, understand their competition. It's a great tool for Found to have, but also individual brands. We're so excited about the prospect and potential of it.
That's a lot for 2022.
I was going to say, Dora, that is a lot. One business is not enough for us. Let's roll another tool in there as well.
We've not even finished going down the table.
I know.
Stevie, how's it been for you?
2022 has been an incredible year for Disrupt. I think whirlwind is a way that I'd probably describe it. We've seen kind of lots of really great success. We've almost kind of tripled, revenues from the previous year, which has been incredible to see. We've had countless kind of abroad trips across Europe for influencer campaigns that we've been doing. We've made more noise, got our name out there a lot more. We were, shortlisted and placed in the top 3 at the Influencer Marketing Awards this year. Hosted the main stage of the Influencer Marketing Show. We've done countless kind of production shoots for our clients, and we've been able to generate a ton of sales as well, which has been incredibly exciting, especially at a time where the influencer space is shifting kind of more down the funnel. Traditionally, it's always been a brand awareness piece, and for now, you could argue it maybe remains king, but what we're seeing more and more is it as a performance channel, and brands are getting kind of savvier, with their spend and what return that they want to see, and just ensuring that we're at the forefront of that as a leading influencer marketing agency has been really important. And of course, as a group, alongside Found and Braidr, we can really pull together and tie together those different capabilities through data, through performance, in order to succeed. So exciting to see where that leads us in 2023.
Without a doubt. Okay, so I'm going to come back down the table, maybe slightly shorter answers this time around.
Yes.
What's been your highlight of the year as MD of Disrupt?
So my highlight of the year has probably got to be around the kind of long-term relationship building we've been able to do for some of our key clients. And a number of clients, I've been in the business for just over 2 years now, and we had a number of really headline brands that came to us very early on in my tenure at Disrupt. And what we've been able to do with them is grow that relationship into kind of monthly, always-on activity. And this year we've really started to see incredible results off the back of that. Yes, through that kind of big buzz that reached that brand awareness piece, but also down into kind of more of the conversions and the performance that I spoke about earlier. So having that relationship with those brands and having them put their trust in us in order to kind of solve those problems, as Dora mentioned, and really kind of see some fantastic results has been really, really good. So that's something that's been a highlight for me and I'm most proud of.
Amazing. Dora, what about you?
Great. For me, I think the highlight of the year was to come out at the end of it, understanding exactly who we are, who we can help, having won some really nice clients throughout the 6 months that we've launched, and going into 2023 with a clear plan. It's been we may look like a sleek operation, but in the background, it's been a lot of test and learn. And of course it's a startup. We do a lot of test and learn, and we learn fast. So coming at the end of 6 months, knowing exactly where we want to be positioned, for me, that is a highlight.
And then heading to Lisbon, to launch SERPA at Web Summit. That was pretty cool.
The team is, I couldn't be more proud, in all fairness. Having a global team, making sure that they all can participate and create a global culture, seeing the team flourish and present at Brighton SEO Lisbon in front of 70,000 people, come on.
Amazing.
Pretty special. Yeah. What about you, Natalie?
So for me, it's definitely centred around the team. The team year on year has grown by 30%. We have got to the sweet spot of Found where we've got digital consultants within the business who are able to really step change and really make a difference for our clients. The algorithm updates, the machine learning, it's only as good as that human brilliance going into the machine. And I am so proud of Found in terms of where we've managed to scale it to, but also the talent that we have within the team and our ability to retain our team in a very competitive marketplace, through the culture that we're building out, through what it means to be part of our company, through the values that we stand for. So, I mean, the future is super bright for Found, but yeah, that is absolutely the highlight for me, all centred around the team.
So, okay, we've talked highlights. Now, obviously, running at pace and success, there's always obstacles along the way. You know, we're always working so immensely hard behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, do you want to share some of the obstacles that you've faced, some of the problems you've had to overcome? I'm going to throw this at you, Dora.
Well, I think I kind of spoke a little bit about, you know, trying, testing, trying again, pivoting, constant pivoting in the last 6 months. But I think we learn off of every single one of them and we come out stronger and better. But I think, it's always going to be like that. We are in a space which moves at pace and we always have to be learning. And I wouldn't say that is an obstacle. It's probably a highlight. People love doing that. But the constant pivoting is sometimes
the next evolution of
and fast decision making, right? Because it's learning quickly and then moving on to the next phase. Yeah. Stevie.
So, I mean, challenges for us. Whenever I kind of speak to brands about influencer marketing, you know, we do still say that it still is in its infancy, and it's a very fast-paced, moving environment where success is measured differently month on month as to kind of, you know, what brands want to see. And, you know, I mentioned performance earlier, but we're really seeing that big shift now. And I think for us, whereby the way that we maybe last year or the year before measured success of campaigns has changed dramatically now, and more of that kind of bottom of the funnel thinking. And what that's meant in terms of challenges for us is ensuring that we're partnering with the right creators on any particular campaign, creators that can really ensure that their audience can take action. And I think when it comes to measuring the influence of an influencer, it's very indirect, you know, so I think just understanding that wider sphere of an influencer's data and which ones can really drive that performance for a client has been a challenge, but one that we've been able to kind of do really well, and we've got some really amazing case studies off the back of it, which has been so good to see.
Wonderful. Natalie, 2023, what does it look like for Found?
Well, you know, we're a performance agency, so in times of need and struggles like the economic crisis that we're currently embarking into, Found are perfectly placed in that market to really capitalise, to really push brands forward and to really move the needle from a business standpoint. You know, we learnt a lot over the pandemic and the power of digital marketing and the way in which digital marketing can transform and scale businesses. So, you know, from a 2023 standpoint, the future is bright and Found is perfectly placed to really move the needle from that standpoint.
It's so exciting. Personally, I can't wait. And Dora, we know how integral data is to success, so I'm really excited to hear about what 2023 is going to look like for Braidr.
Right, I'm going to just reiterate and probably crystallise some of the things that you've heard from us in this interview. Number one, it's been a whole learning curve for most businesses to get the digital transformation right. It's now time to get on the data transformation train, and it's time to do that pretty fast. The cookieless future is coming. Data's getting a seat at the C-suite table, not only driving performance or and driving content or in the technical world. It's now driving businesses. It's now enabling businesses to make informed decisions. And in order to do that, businesses need to invest in data. Braidr is absolutely perfectly positioned to do that. We are here to be the challengers, the fast-moving, agile challengers of the bigger consultancies. We can move at pace, we know exactly what we're doing. We are perfectly structured in order to deliver data insights for businesses. This is why I am super excited about 2023.
Absolutely.
Marvellous. So, taking a little step back from just the business world, I want a little personal highlight. I think I might know what some of these are. I will know what some of these are. I should do, because I know you guys. Stevie, personal highlight of 2022.
Personal highlight would be a very easy one, becoming a father for the first time. That's been a challenge as well. But, you know, the amount of joy that's brought to me has been, amazing. So, easy one for me.
Wonderful. Dora, what about yourself?
Well, obviously, becoming an MD is a great
good answer.
And, you know, a really big highlight of mine. But then also, towards the end of the year, sitting in a row in front of a big stage, mid-talk, our head of data science talking to at Lisbon to a lot of people about Serpa and absolutely smashing it.
He did
My
an amazing
heart
job.
was that was a highlight.
Natalie, what's yours been?
I mean, absolutely being MD for
You don't just have to say that
for the first year, but I mean, hitting the numbers that we managed to hit and found is definitely a proud moment for me, and also get engaged.
And can I say one more? You also ran the London Marathon, a non-runner. You started at your first 2K back in April of this year.
I blanked that from my memory actually. That's in a dark place. But honestly, the fact that I managed to do that,
it's an amazing achievement.
It is an amazing achievement.
Will you do it again?
Absolutely never again.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, super. Thank you so much. You know what? I have to say that it's an absolute pleasure working alongside each and every one of you. We've got these brilliant specialist businesses in Disrupt, in Braidr and in Found, but collectively of tomorrow we've learned so much and we're doing so much for our clients and, for the future of digital marketing. So I'm very much looking forward to 2023.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.